Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So you can see I have a big mess in here, and it's because today I'm gonna be talking about Mount Fuji and all the things that you will need to get it to the top this year, next year, or whenever you want to go. So I'm gonna be answering like, how to get there, what time to go there, like which trail to use, like I don't know, like in which station to go, or like which stuff you have to bring, like this for example, and all of the things that people have been asking me. So if you are new in here, please go and subscribe, turn on the notifications box, and please leave me comments at the end of this video. So let's start. Let's start first with the things that we need to climb Mount Fuji. So I have in here a list of a lot of stuff that you need. So I'm gonna be starting with shoes. So you will need hiking boots or trekking boots, and I will recommend to use them like one size of half size bigger, or because when you go down, like it's not gonna hurt your feet from here, because your feet is gonna be all the way down and the mountain is really steep going down. So I recommend to have a pair of hiking shoes to hike, and also warm socks. And I also recommend to have a pair of normal like walking shoes, so when you finish hiking the mountain you can change it with this and your feet is not gonna hurt a lot the next day. Then I recommend to bring snacks like peanuts, or for example crackers, or like protein like eggs, boiled eggs, or for example like bringing like tuna, like all these snacks that are gonna help you to have energy during all your hike. Also the rain jacket, I don't know if I brought it in here, but a rain jacket, you need a rain jacket, and you also need pants because the weather is like they change a lot. So it can be raining today, it cannot be raining tomorrow, or when you're making it to the top it's gonna be raining and you don't know. So bring a rain jacket. Then you need warm clothes, and also you need some summer clothes underneath, like this, like leggings for example, because when you finish hiking everything and you are going down, it's gonna get really hot, and if you have all these warm stuff over you, it's gonna be like really annoying to go down in the mountains. So I really recommend to have like summer clothes underneath, so you can just like take your warm clothes and continue descending the mountain. The next, like for example, you can see I have the hair in here. If you hate to have the hair like me, like this, you will need a bandana, and this is not like you must, but it's optional, so this is another thing. Then you will need water. Please bring water, and drink a lot of water, but not a lot at the same time, because I'm gonna tell you something. The first time that I went to Mount Fuji, I climbed it twice, and the first time I almost peed my pants, because from the last station, from the like before to the last station, I don't know how to explain, yeah, before the last station, like there is no toilet in that like area to make it to the top in the last station. So I had to hold it, and there was so many people trying to climb the mountain that I was crying. I ended up like crying, and I made it to the top. I didn't want to take pictures, and I just wanted to go to the toilet because I drink a lot of water all night, and yeah, I wanted to pee a lot. So bring water, like drink, but also don't drink too much. But it's like really important for you to drink a lot of water when you are going to the mountain, because it's super common for people to get the mountain sickness for not drinking water, and I really recommend it to do it, drink a lot of water. Then you can bring water in the water bottle like this, or you can have like these things that actually you just put the water in there and you can drink it from here. Yeah, I found it from here. So yeah, you just put it in your backpack and you drink it. I lost this thing. And speaking of backpack, you need a really comfortable backpack. This one already has so many stuff in there. but you need a comfortable backpack that is not gonna hurt your back when you are climbing it. Because I had a friend that hiked it with me. I don't know if she's gonna watch this video, but she climbed it with just one side backpack and it was hurting her all the way. So make sure you bring like a 2-size backpack and that you know that it's not gonna hurt your back in like all the hike of 8+ hours. And then this, when you go to Japan, you're gonna have like 1,000 coins. I'm not living in Japan and look, I still have a lot. So you need coins. You need all these little coins that you're not using anymore in Japan. You bring it to the mount because they don't accept credit or debit cards and you're gonna have to pay the toilet. Or for example, if you want a snack in the stations, you're gonna want to buy the snack and you need the coins, you need the cash. So bring all these coins, annoying little coins that you will have in Japan and you don't want to use or you don't know how to use them. Bring them and they are gonna be really helpful in the mount. And then to have a watch, because the phone battery is gonna die super quick. So if you just go with your phone watch, like let me tell you, that's gonna like die super quick and then you're not gonna know the time and you're gonna want to make it to the top by the sunrise. That's the full, I think that's the like the main reason why everyone goes to Mount Fuji, because Japan is the country of the rising sun. So you will want to go to the top of Japan to see that beautiful sun coming out in the next morning. So bring a watch so you can keep track of your time. And speaking of the phone, that I'm actually making the video with my phone, so I cannot show you my phone, but you like bring a portable battery. Like for example, I don't know if you know, but when you climb a mount, for the latitude and the altitude and all these things, the temperature change a lot. In Mount Fuji, it gets super cold. So when it's really cold outside, the phone dies super quick. Same with the batteries of the cameras. So you will want to bring like a portable charger, so you charge your phone and you make sure it has like a lot of juice to take all the beautiful pictures of all these beautiful places that you're gonna find in the top of Mount Fuji. Then this is one thing that I didn't need, but I know so many people need, and it's like, as I said before, the altitude is gonna change super quick. So many people cannot breathe when they're climbing the Mount Fuji. It happened to me when I was going down, but I didn't need the oxygen. But I recommend to have like a oxygen bottle if you like think that you may have this problem, because there is first aid stations but not everywhere. So it's better to be prepared. And then let me see what else. Yeah, trash bags. When you climb the Mount Fuji, there is a law that you cannot leave any trash. Like when you go to Japan, you're gonna see that all the country is clean, so why you leave your garbage in there? So bring your own little trash bag and put your garbage in there, so you keep the mount clean as everyone. And then I think that's pretty much done. Oh, and one thing, so the stick, like you saw everyone that when they go hiking mounts, I'm not an expert hiking mounts, but I climbed it twice, and I bought a stick in Mount Fuji. They actually have like pretty sticks that you can buy, and you can put stamps in every station. So if you would like to buy this stick, I really recommend it, but you also can bring your own stick. But this is like a must, because when you are going down to that mountain, like the next day or the same day, if you do it in the same day, like you are really gonna need the stick, because you are gonna be like done, you're gonna be like super tired, and you're gonna need like something to support yourself. Even when you are going up, depending on the trail that you use, there are some with a lot of rocks that you need this. So this is a must have, like a stick. And yeah, I think this is pretty much the stuff for the things that you need to prepare. So next I'm gonna be explaining like the times, like for example, when is better to go, if in the morning or if at night. So yeah, I'm gonna explain that. So there are 3 things that people usually ask and they don't know, and for this reason cannot climb Mount Fuji. And the first one is when to go. If you want to go to Japan and you want to see the sakura, but at the same time you want to climb the Mount Fuji, let me tell you that I'm sorry, because that's not gonna be able to happen. Why? Because Mount Fuji is closed most of the time of the year. Mount Fuji is open for everyone only in summer from the first weeks of July until like the 10th of September. So if you want to climb Mount Fuji, you should go to Japan in summer. And there is like one trail that opens in the 1st of July, and it's the Yoshida Trail. The other trails are gonna open a little bit later. I do recommend to go and avoid the crowd by going on weekdays, because on the weekends everyone wants to go. Like people that are working on weekdays, they will want to go on the weekends. So if you're traveling, just avoid all this crowd but going in the weekdays. And the weather may change like suddenly, so the dates are like actually can change from now until July, but this is what happens almost every year. Every year it starts around these dates. So yeah, how many hours is to climb it? This also depends on which trail you're gonna use. Like for example, the average of people like take like 7 to 8 hours to climb everything. And this happens like you can go actually faster if you use the same pace. The first year I went, I tried to go fast in the beginning, because in the beginning of the trail that I use is flat. So I was fast, and then I got tired, and then I went slow, and then I stopped, and then I went fast again, and then I stopped. And that's actually not good. It's gonna make you slow down. So try to make your pace to go the same level all the time, so you're gonna make it faster. And the third question is what time to start. There is people to like it to do it in the morning, and there is also people to like to do it at night. Like me, I did it at night, and I think it's the best time to do it because it's summer in Japan and there is a lot of heat. There is like all this, Japan summer, not good. So if you're climbing in the morning, you have to suck it up and go with all like the sun and all of this until like the middle of the mountain when it's actually getting like hot. But if you do it at night, it's nice because you can get there, like for example, to the station at 5 p.m. or start climbing like 5 to 6 p.m. and you can make it through the night, and it's gonna be like not super hot, it's gonna be like less people, it's gonna be better, and you can make it to the top to see the sunrise. So that's one option, and this is my recommendation, to make it through the night. And if you want to go, like, please try to make it 2 days, because Mount Fuji is not easy. Like, it seems easy hike because it's like, okay, it's not like 10 kilometers that you're gonna walk to go up, but there are rocks, or they are like the zigzag and all of these, and it's kind of hard to make it. So if you go in 1 day and you want to come back at night and work the next day, or to go to another place the next day, is gonna be really hard. So I recommend you to take 2 days and do it like starting the like afternoon 1 day, and then the next afternoon you are already gonna be done with that. So yeah, that's the 3 questions that people make and that people didn't know. And now I'm gonna be explaining how to get to Mount Fuji, because you want to climb and you already know what to use, you already know when to go, but you don't know how to get there. So yeah, I'm gonna be explaining in here how to get there. So I'm gonna explain the way from Tokyo to the Mount Fuji. There is no like a specific train that is gonna go directly from Tokyo to the Mount Fuji, but instead you have to make the stop in the nearest station that is called Kawaguchiko Station. From Tokyo to Kawaguchiko, you have 2 options. One that is going by bus, and the other one that is taking the train. Can be the fast train, can be the local train, or the normal train. If you would like to take the bus, you can take it from Shinjuku Station with the Fuji Q or the Keio buses, that it takes less than 2 hours and around 2,000 yen. You can also take it from the Tokyo Station, that is also about 2 hours and 2,000 yen, with the Fuji Q and the JR Kanto bus. And you can also take it from the Shibuya Station, that is up to 2 to 2.5 hours and 2,000 yen also with the Fuji Q bus. You have to make sure to know that the Japan Rail Pass is not valid in the buses. If you prefer to take the train, I highly recommend to use the Google Maps from your exact location, since it changes the prices and also the times. And if you don't want to take a lot of trains, have in mind that using the limited express train from Shinjuku to Kawaguchiko stations, in which you must make a reservation, and it takes like 2 hours and costs around 4,000 yen one way. Once you make it to Kawaguchiko station, you would like to go to the Mount Fuji. The most popular station is the 5th station because it's actually when the mountains start getting steeper, so most of the people that climb Mount Fuji like to go to this station and start hiking the mountain from here. So, to go from Kawaguchiko station to Mount Fuji 5th station, you have different options. You have bus, you have the taxi, and you have the option of the rental car. If you use the bus option, you have to take in mind that you cannot make seat reservations, but it's cheaper. It comes around like 2,000 yen to get to the 5th station one way, and it's like 15 minutes. And there are more than one per hour. It's actually like 1 or 2. You can take it from the station actually. If you would like to go with the second option, that is the taxis are extremely expensive if you are traveling alone or in couples, but it's the best option if you are traveling in groups of 5 or 4. It takes 50 minutes also, but it's 14,000 yen. And the last option, if you are considering to rent a car to go to the 5th station, I do not recommend it because it's gonna be hard to find parking and the roads may be closed, so you're gonna take more time to get in there and it's gonna have more trouble. There are 4 different trails that you can use: the Gotemba Trail, the Fujinomiya Trail, the Subashiri Trail, and the Yoshida Trail. The Gotemba Trail has the entrance in the Gotemba Trail new 5th station, in an altitude of 1,450 meters. The time to ascend is about 7 hours and 10.5 kilometers, and the time to descend is 3 hours in 8.4 kilometers. The characteristics are: it's not crowded, it has a volcanic gravel up to the near 8 station, there is no first aid, but there is toilets. The Fujinomiya Trail starts in the Fujinomiya Trail 5th station in an altitude of 2,400 meters. The time to ascend is 5 hours in about 4.3 kilometers, and the time to descend is 3 hours in 4.3 kilometers as well. It's really rocky and steep, it has many huts, it's really crowded. It has only one first aid center that is in the 8th station, and it has many toilets. The Subashiri Trail starts in the Subashiri Trail 5th station in an altitude of 2,000 meters. The time to ascend is 6 hours in about 6.9 kilometers, and the time to descend is 3 hours in 6.2 kilometers. It's covered by trees up to the 7th station. There is no hut option when ascending. It's partially crowded with no first aid, but it also has toilets. And at last, the most popular one that I recommend because it's the easiest is the Yoshida Trail. The entrance is in the Fuji-Subaru line in the 5th station in an altitude of 2,300 meters. The time to ascend is 6 hours in about 6.8 kilometers. The time to descend is 4 hours in 7 kilometers. It's a zigzag path with rocks after the 7th station, and it's really easy before the 7th station. It's really crowded, but it's the most beginner friendly. It comes with many toilets and first aid station and huts when ascending. And this trail also opens early in the year. Usually it opens in the 1st of July and closes like around the 10th of September. And no matter which trail you use, make sure to almost be in the top as soon as possible, because in the last station where it gets really crowded, everyone wants to make to the summit. So it's gonna get slower, and you may not be able to get it in the top before the sunrise. So make sure you be in the top in the last station as soon as you can. So I know the past videos can be a little bit boring because it's full of information that you may need, like for example how to get there, or like for example which trail to use, so I hope that was helpful. And now I'm gonna tell you one thing that people also ask me, and it's like, is it better to walk all night or to rent a hut? I don't know if you know, like, a hut, I think you pronounce it hut. Well, I don't know if you know how to use a hut, but the hut is like these little hotels that they have in every station, or in some station depending on the trail, as I said before. But you can sleep in there, you can eat, you can rest for some hours, and then you can make it to the top the next day or after some hours of resting. So I recommend to use the hut. The first time I went, I didn't use it, and because it was kind of expensive, so I didn't want to pay, and I wanted to make it all night. And the next day I was super tired. I was falling asleep in the restaurant when I went to eat, and they don't let you sleep in the restaurants. And then I tried to sleep in the, like, I don't know, this thing that they have in front, like for people to sit, and I couldn't sleep in there as well because they woke me up. So I was tired, I didn't want to walk around the summit, so I didn't really enjoy the experience of being in the top. Plus, I said before, I almost peed my pants. So I recommend to use the hut. The second time I went, I used it. I went with my husband, and we like spent like, I think like we slept like 2 hours or 3 hours in there, and it's really nice. You're not, please don't expect to have a bed in there because it's Japan, they have futons, and you're not gonna have your own room because you're climbing a mount, so you're gonna be sleeping next to other people, but you are gonna have your own futon. It's gonna be warm. They are gonna give you food if you pay for the whole package. And yeah, actually I think they give me curry, and they give me a bottle of water. And yeah, it's warm, it's nice after climbing everything. I stayed in the Fuji-san hotel, and it was the best experience. They give me the food, they woke me up the next day because they actually know like how long it takes, like for so many people that get like in the morning to see the sunrise, it gets super crowded in there. So they actually know at what time to wake you up, so they wake you up after some hours. I think it's like 4 a.m. they woke us up in there. And yeah, it was the best because after that, even if it's 2 hours, it's like, it feels like 8 hours when you're in that mount. So we woke up and we were able to see the sunrise, and I wanna leave you guys a video after all of this of actually how was the experience, or how the sunrise is in the top of Mount Fuji, because it was the best. And then we walk around the summit, we bought stuff. Actually, I don't know if you can see it, but they also have this, yeah, they also have like these things where you can put your name and you can put the date that you went. They have this in the summit. They also have so many shops, and they have like so many more stuff that you can buy, like this. I don't know if you can see it, yeah, like this. And they also have food. They have ramen. I actually ordered a ramen that I didn't like it, but hey, you're in Japan, ramen, so you will want to eat ramen in the top of the Mount of Japan. So I recommend you to try it, maybe you will like it. And yeah, so that's all. And one more thing, important thing, like the phone service. I was using SoftBank, that is a Japanese company, since I was living in Japan, but I'm not sure how it works with another companies, or how it works with, like, for example, foreign companies. But in my case, that I use SoftBank, the phone service was excellent. I was able to call my brother and to show him like everything from the top, and I had like service all the way up. So yeah, the phone service is good. And yeah, I think that's pretty much all. So this video was a little bit long, I know, I'm sorry, but I hope it's helpful for you if you didn't know all this stuff that you need to know before climbing Mount Fuji. That actually, like, so many people think that it's impossible, like it's a giant mount right there in another country, in your dream country. But actually, I'm a beginning, like I don't do exercise and I don't climb a lot of mounts, but it was easy. Well, not easy, but it was like, you can actually make it. You can see kids in there, like grandpas, grandmas, so many people climbing it. It's not impossible. So if you follow all of this stuff that I already talked today, and if you want to go and hike the mountain, I highly recommend it. It's one of the most memorable things that you will have of Japan, to see it from the top, from the highest point of the country. And if you like this video, please give me the thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give me the thumbs down. And please leave me some comments, like how was it, if I have to change a lot of things, which things you would like to learn, if there is another thing of Japan that you think like, okay, I need to go this, like how can I make it, or for example the sakura that I'm gonna make a video, or when to see it, that's also in a specific season. So all of these things, please leave me a comment. And yeah, that's all. Bye.